What's up, y'all? Ishmael Apollo. I'm out here with my co-host Z. We are living ghetto fabulous on the podcast today. We are doing this unorthodox. I am at Z's house because if y'all have not been watching the news, folks in Texas have lost power, and I was one of the unlucky few who lost power thanks to the snow. So me and my man Z gonna tag team this thing right next to each other as we look up new laptops and computers for me to use to give y'all a better gaming experience and experience in general on the channel. So, without further ado, file on in. We're going to talk to y'all about some football. That's right, some football. We got a lot of news that came out this week. We're going to talk about the main topics. And we're going to start with the big news of the day. Y'all know how we do it. This is being recorded on Thursday. You're going to hear it on a Friday. Big news of the day. Carson Wentz traded to the Indianapolis Colts. The dumbest of trades. I don't fucking like it. I don't know. Z likes it. Do you like it?
No, I don't.
No, I don't like it.
He's an idiot. I think it was a very bad move by the Colts.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing I thought of was, is he gonna stay healthy? That's the first thing I thought of. But looking at the trade, well, first let's look at what the Eagles originally wanted. They wanted what? 3 first-round picks.
They were really trying to get at least a minimum of 2 first-round draft picks.
They were trying to get a presidential king's ransom and shit. They wound up getting a 3rd-round pick and a 2nd-rounder that could become a 1st-rounder. So the Eagles didn't get what they wanted, but Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson are now both gone from the Eagles. I think they should at least kept Doug Peterson. But like I said, I don't think this is a good move. How much of an upgrade is this from Phillip Rivers? Like, to be honest.
Well, let's be honest, man. I think that Carson Wentz can be a good quarterback as long as he doesn't do hero ball.
He plays hero ball, though.
Yeah, he does, but as long as he stays healthy, too, because the Indianapolis Colts is one of the best offensive lines in the football league right now.
True.
And all they needed was a plug-and-play quarterback, and we've seen that with Phillip Rivers this year.
Agreed. T.Y. Hilton is up there in age. They don't have another offensive weapon for him. I mean, who they gonna sign a free agent? Who's out there? I mean, I only know one good free agent wide receiver. That's Kenny Galladay. And last time I checked, he wasn't knight in shining armor in Detroit. He wasn't Calvin Johnson. So, I mean, we're gonna look up the roster right now. We know they got a good line. Who's that tailback?
Hold on, offensive line.
They said we know they got a good offensive line.
They had that. Didn't they have that young running back?
Yeah. What's the dude's fucking name? His name's like Hines or some shit.
I think it was Hines.
Something Hines.
Okay, so Colts roster.
Let's see. Now I will give Indy this. They got a good defense. Their defense is good. I would say their defense outside of I don't think they have like the most dominant pass rushers. I mean, they got some good ones, but I think their defense is like a tier lower than what Tampa Bay's defense is. So if you give them the proper offensive weapons, Hines, yeah, Naheem.
Yeah, he did good this year.
Yeah. But I mean, who else we got on offense? Like I say, T.Y. Hilton is.
Well, wasn't it Harris number 12? He did decent in some of the games.
Decent's not gonna.
Yeah, but he was a rookie.
Not gonna win anything. But then again, look at the division too. The AFC South is horrible. Well,
outside
you got Tennessee. Yeah, outside Tennessee, that division is horrible because Houston is in shambles, and the Jaguars. Let's not even get started on them. So you got Indy. And then you got Tennessee. We don't know what Tennessee's going to do off-season wise. I mean, their team's pretty much intact. Hopefully, Tannehill can progress more, but I don't see the value in this trade. Would you have rather traded Jalen Hurts? Because you probably would have got the same thing for Jalen Hurts, and then you could have kept Carson Wentz, who now you still have to pay, and he's not on your team.
I think what it was is it's that reset button. where you have a all-right quarterback in Jalen Hurts, and you have a wounded Carson Wentz who had lost all of his focus throughout the year, and they just wanted to move on. Really, I mean, you have a new head coach that just wants a reset. You can't. Sometimes you just can't rely on a broken quarterback.
Why'd you even draft Jalen Hurts in the first place? I'm still trying to figure out why. And the only thing I can think of is because Carson Wentz kept getting hurt. And then what happens on cue? Carson Wentz gets hurt. So, again, if you're the Indianapolis Colts, you just wasted draft picks to go get a quarterback who will probably win you 6-7 games and get hurt. Yeah, you got a good offensive line, but also your quarterback is not very liked in his own locker room. You're going to bring him into your locker room? You think he's going to be very liked? Players talk to each other, all right? Whether you believe it or not, these players will talk to each other. So, goddamn.
Well, I think, really what it was for the end of the day is the Colts, man, is they had to get that player. They just had to get that, like I said, they had to get that plug-and-play quarterback. Whether he's going to be there for a season or two, it might be that bridge quarterback, before they get that other guy in. Because, let's be honest, man, Wentz, he wasn't going to be staying in Philadelphia for too long. And the main reason being in that is because they have Nick Foles as a statue for winning the Super Bowl.
Bro, if I'm the Colts, if I'm doing this trade, I'm going for Jalen Hurts. He's younger, he's cheaper, and if he develops, okay, now you got your franchise quarterback. I'm not going for Carson Wentz, who's beat up, broken, battered, not looked at as a leader. Like I just, when Carson Wentz was drafted, I didn't see the appeal in him. I don't see the appeal in him now. He played at North Dakota State. I'm not saying that North Dakota State probably does not have talent, but he's not playing Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia. He's not playing top level defenses in college, and then you draft a guy outside of that one season when he got hurt, where he was on the verge of being an MVP. He has not really done anything worth a damn, except get hurt.
Well, looking at the Ringer, they said that the relationship between Carson Wentz and the actual franchise itself was unsalvageable, and they might have just been throwing him out there for any price.
I get that, but initially they were asking for the house and the farm.
Yeah.
And the president and his daughter and everything. Like, they were asking for shit.
Well, when you go sell a car, you sell high.
True.
That way you have budget room.
But when you sell a car high, you're selling a car as in good condition.
Well, you're trying to sell it as good condition. Sometimes it don't work that way.
The Kelly Blue Book on Carson Wentz is not good. So, don't try to sell me a hoopty for a Corvette price. I'm not doing that shit, okay? You could have went and got a Honda and Jalen Hurts, possibly, for the for what you were paying. We're talking about car analogies. We're talking about car analogies and shit, man, because they just paid Wentz last year.
He signed a 4-year, $128 million extension. By trading it, the Eagles will owe him $33.8 million in dead money, and then $15 million of Wentz's $22 million salary for 22 will be guaranteed.
That's a lot of fucking money in a league that has a cap.
Yeah.
So I goddamn money, So, oh my god, where do you see the Colts going next year? Because they went 11-5 this year. It seemed like they barely scooted into the playoffs. I see them going at best next year 10-6.
Well, for me, I think it's really going to be on Ryan Tannehill. At the end of the day, I think that Ryan Tannehill is going to be the number one factor for that. Because the Colts have a really good team on paper, and they have a really good head coach.
Who is their new head coach?
Head coach is Frank Wright.
Okay.
Yeah, the comeback guy, known for the best comeback ever.
Okay.
But no, he's a really great coach, very hard nosed coach, and
is Wentz up for that hard nosed coaching?
I think that he lacked that with Doug Peterson, and I think that Doug Peterson did that whole thing like Rex Ryan, where it was that a boy, the good boy system. You know, as long as you're one of his favorites, you got paid.
I think that's the problem, though. He's not going to that type of system. He's going to go to a system where a coach will possibly call his ass out. You know.
Yeah, I very well see it, but I mean, realistically though, I mean they're getting a better deal for Carson Wentz overall versus Dak Prescott, who wants $37.5 million guaranteed over X amount of years.
This is a good segue because this goes back to what I said last week on the podcast. Go check it out when I said Tom Brady broke the league. Teams are seeming desperate to get any type of quarterback that can play football. Now, for whatever reason, the Cowboys have not signed Dak. The situations of the contract, it seems stupid. But you got a team like Indy who just went for it all. It seemed like to go get Carson Wentz, who, not saying he's unproven, but like I was saying, he's not. I don't think he's elite. I think he's a middle of the road guy.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, dude, I mean, is he any better than
Phillip Rivers?
Rivers?
Yeah, he's younger.
He's younger.
He's younger. At least Phillip was seasoned, and he knows the game. And I mean, I don't think Carson Wentz doesn't know the game, but I just don't know why you don't go get Jalen Hurts.
I know why. Frank Wright was his offensive coordinator. That makes sense now.
Oh, was it the year that they went to Super Bowl?
Yeah. So since 2018.
Oh, okay.
So when he left, Wright got the job to go be Indy's head coach for what he did as an offensive coordinator.
Now the chips are falling. Okay.
So it makes sense why he went after Wentz. Maybe they have a relationship that we don't know about, and that could be the main de facto, you know, that's the number one factor that they were so adamant about getting him. Because I mean, it doesn't seem like what you said, a second round and a third round pick.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, that's what you get for
a second round that can turn into a first.
Yeah, but you know, it's not going to work that way because Indy's probably going to win their division next year.
You know what? They'll be in the fight because it's just them in Tennessee.
Yeah, and like I said, dude, the big thing with Tennessee, man, it's going to be all on Ryan Tannehill, because look at what he did with the Dolphins, man. You know, the one year they were able to get all the way and beat the Patriots in the division in the AFC East, but after that, they didn't. They lost the first round.
True.
You know, the playoffs, and I mean, he's one of those players, man. A very high profile games, dude. He loses it.
Here's another thing too with Wentz and with Wright. You know, the year they won the Super Bowl. That team was talented. They lost the first game, then they ripped off 12 straight. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, the Colts defense is very talented. Again, I say that. But offensively, where is your no disrespect to Hines? Wait, don't they have Melvin Gordon? Or no, he's in Denver. Never mind. Yeah, he's in Denver. Yeah. I don't know why I thought he was in. We went to Indy. Okay. But offensively, T.Y. Hilton didn't even have a Pro Bowl caliber year this year.
No.
Usually he puts up good numbers. I don't know if it was due to injury or what. I didn't pay much attention to the Colts this year because they just seemed like they were a team that was just there. They weren't doing anything to be like, man, I need to go watch the Colts. You know, they weren't.
Perkins was their other running back that was doing decent.
Was he though?
And Jonathan Taylor. I forgot they had Jonathan Taylor because that was their rookie.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Let's see here who.
So they got a good trio of running backs.
Well, didn't they had that the good tight end? I can't remember which one it is because they have a few that are. Was it Thomas?
No.
I know there was one that was really good.
It was the veteran dude. Shit.
Well, the only one that's veteran is Trey Burton. Yeah, Trey Burton or Mo Ali Cox.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea. I ain't never seen him before.
I remember roasted dudes, man.
Yeah, they're gonna show up and they're gonna beat us up,
right? Fuck you say about me, man. My bad, man. I don't know who the fuck you is. Shit.
Wasn't here? So they had DeMichael Harris. Ashton
What did he
Dillon.
do? What did he do?
Well, looking at his size, it looks like he was probably a slot receiver.
But what did he do?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's a good question.
T.Y. Hilton ain't a big dude.
Pittman Jr. He was good.
Okay. The way you said it, he was good.
hey.
Okay, he's a big body target for Carson Wentz, just like Alshon Jeffrey was.
So I think they got a lot of. I think they got a lot of potential, man. Because look, I mean, they have two rookies that are in the 220 range. So I mean, and they're both 6'4". So
yeah, that's some big dudes.
So I think they'll be. I think Carson Wentz. The biggest thing is that they're going to give time. They're going to give Carson
have time
to sit in that pocket.
Here's my thing. Will he have so much time where he won't know what to do with himself?
Dude, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Being confused because you're not getting sacked.
Holy shit! I got more time. Fuck, am I gonna throw the ball right there?
I'm wide open. I'm wide open.
An interception, like fuck. Carson Wentz probably won't know what he's gonna be back there calling his girl and shit back in the pocket.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, dude, I mean, I think that's the big thing because I mean, Carson Wentz can be a mobile quarterback if you get him out of the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, and
he
I
has
think
a good arm.
I think that's something too to take into consideration with it because, I mean, if you can protect him where he doesn't get sacked 50 times,
true,
and probably hit another freaking 100.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I agree. Oh man, so I don't like. Indy's not beating Baltimore.
Baltimore's secret's out, man. I think Buffalo blew that one wide open.
But that's Buffalo. Buffalo's a good team.
You're right.
They're not beating Buffalo. I don't see Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
I think we're going to see it when shoot comes to shove because, like I said, that was his offensive coordinator for his first few years in the league. Okay. We might not know. Dude, you know what?
This sounds crazy. I don't see the Colts beating the fucking Browns.
Ooh.
Cleveland's a better team.
Yeah, but Cleveland's one of those dark horses, though.
I'm taking Baker over Wentz.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
I don't know about that.
Come on now.
Me and Baker don't get along, man. I've never liked Baker.
You obviously don't wake up feeling dangerous.
No, not at all. I think, dude. I think he was able. I mean, whoever his agent was, man. Kudos on them.
Kudos, yeah, for real.
Because he had a shitty ass season.
Let me get him as an agent. And they're not beating a healthy Kansas City.
No.
There's no way in hell. Like,
well, it might be one of those things because look at how Tampa Bay was able to.
But they had the pass rushers.
Yeah, but you know what though?
And you know what? Tom Brady
DeForest Butler.
Yeah, he's one guy though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Tampa Bay had two, and they had Devin White. Do you look? No, Darius Leonard is an elite linebacker. He ain't no motherfucking Devin White.
Yeah, if I was any team right now, you know what? I'll be honest with you. If I was any team, I'd be trading for him.
Devin White?
Hell yeah.
Tampa Bay ain't letting him go.
Yeah, for 22 years old and a rookie, and he is making gigantic waves in the NFL.
They will not. They're stupid. They let him go. They're stupid.
Trade all your draft picks for him.
What if J.J. Watt goes? I mean, I know the cap situation probably not be working out in Indy, but what if J.J. Watt goes there? You know what? We're just going to segue into it because Carson Wentz is not going to take much of my time. I'm a Cowboys fan. He's an former Eagles player. Fuck him. Anyway, J.J. Watt, free agent J.J. Watt. So according to CBSSports.com, potential teams that J.J. Watt can go to, and they only have 4. They're missing the team that I really thought he was going to go to. But they got 2 teams on here who I said he should not go to, and then they got another 2 teams. Well, one team I was like, stay away from. And they got one team I said he should go to. So they got Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo. He should not go to Pittsburgh. His brother, the analysts were saying he'll be in the shadow of his brother. He should do that.
Well, he's got both his brothers there, though. Remember, his other brother's the running back, or fullback.
Oh yeah, you need to just go ahead and convert tight end. Fullbacks don't exist anymore. Just convert.
Well, no,
just convert.
He's either a fullback or running back. I can't remember.
I thought he was at the Chargers.
Look at it.
Did they get him to
Pittsburgh? No. Pittsburgh got him.
You just typed in Watt. I
don't remember the Watt brothers' name. Because it's not. It's JJ. Is it Jason?
He has a regular name. Fuck. Yeah. Just put it in the Watt brothers. Shit.
We are unprepared today because we've been looking at computers.
I know.
Hey, Derek Watt.
Derek Watt. Okay, yeah, he has a normal ass name.
So let's see, Derek Watt.
They're all.
Dude, you know he lives in the complete shadow of his brothers.
He does. You forget he's in the NFL.
Dude, he's only 28 years old too,
he
man.
gets to the Subway commercial. How the hell you say that name? Waukesha, Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's where they're from.
That's where he's from. Right.
So he's running back.
He's at the Steelers. Yeah, he's at the Steelers. Holy shit. So the Steelers can have the Watt trio, which...
Could you imagine that? All brothers on the same team?
On the same fucking team?
Because the Edmonds brothers, dude, could you imagine if Buffalo were to trade... And I know this is a crazy thing, because you have two of the Edmonds brothers on the Steelers.
What if y'all got Stephon Diggs' little brother? He's our corner in Dallas.
Oh, dude, I would love that, dude.
Him across from Tre'Davious White would be good, man.
Well, see, the funny thing is that I actually wanted, like, when they were doing the draft, I was praying and hoping that Dallas wasn't going to select him. Because I knew they needed a cornerback. And
we need more than a cornerback. Let's not go there.
Y'all need a whole new everything.
You goddamn right. Shit. So, man, do you think he would go to Pittsburgh? I mean, to play with his brother. You gotta think that's a dream come true. If Ben comes back healthy.
Well, here's the thing, man. It ultimately comes down to the whole thing of in JJ's head, man. It all comes down to, is this team going to go to the Super Bowl?
Well, the thing is, dude, at this point in his career, with him winding down, is JJ at a point where he's like, I don't know if I'm healthy enough or I can give enough to a team that can win. Maybe I just want to play for the love of the game.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
When Bruce Smith went over to the Washington Redskins, when they were the Washington Redskins, not the Washington football team.
Football team. We're not racist.
We're not. The last, just like being funny. So when we come down to it, right? When Bruce Smith, he was winding down tail in his career, but guess what? He exploded in Washington because he wanted to get that record.
Well, here's the thing. You got TJ Watt is like relentless in pursuing the quarterback, but he's a linebacker too. JJ Watt is a pure pass rushing lineman, down lineman. You can move him at tackle and end, of course, but if you got both of them, that could be another situation of Shaq Barrett and JPP.
Yeah,
but it's the Watt brothers.
Yeah,
and Pittsburgh, they have a scheme in there where they can play good defense. I'm just worried about them offensively.
Well, to be honest with you, man, I think Mike Tomlin, man, yes, he's been a great coach. He's had winning seasons, but I just don't. I think it's
his voice is just dying down.
I don't. It's not the same Mike Tomlin, man. It's not the same guy who won the Super Bowl.
And Pittsburgh don't fire their coaches. They
No,
stick
that's
with
the
them.
thing. And
They've had 3 coaches in the last 60 plus years.
Yeah. Well, dude, think about it, dude. Could you imagine if they got a new head coach? It might shock that amazing roster.
Who they go hire? Who out there? Who the fuck out there? Ain't nobody out there.
No, hey, you guys, you could take Ryan Dayball from the Bills because he's got some questionable play calls.
Why you say his name like that, Dayball?
That's how you pronounce it, dog. Or you can get Leslie Frazier, which I love Leslie Frazier. And I love Dayball.
He didn't do too hot in Minnesota, and he had AP.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it's the falls that make you better.
But then he had no quarterback either. Look who he had at quarterback. Do we remember? No. So he didn't have a good quarterback, so we can't hold too much against Leslie.
So I think getting back to the whole J.J. Watt thing, man, I think that whatever team he goes to, I think if he went to Buffalo, I think he'd be a good rotational player where, your third or fourth down player, or even, hey, they're about to have a deep pass.
Yeah, I think Buffalo works, though.
I think Buffalo would probably be the best. I think Cleveland will work, too, because that is something that they are definitely lacking, is a pass rush.
He's opposite Myles Garrett, who already can't be blocked.
Yeah, and could you imagine that? Myles Garrett, dude, and then you have J.J. Watt, two guys that you better hope and pray never touch your quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Myles Garrett tried to freaking kill a guy.
He was fucking helmet. So.
Which I mean, hey, I don't blame him. He grabbed his face mask and tried to rip his head off anyway. So I'd probably do the same thing.
And he called him a monkey.
Could you imagine how? Dude, Jesus, dude. I don't even think I'd say anything wrong in his direction. He's
right.
a big boy.
Big dude, man. Which is the team? Was the Browns that have the cap room to sign him, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think it really matters for Cap right now because I mean, dude, he had a huge deal in Houston.
Yeah, and he damn near pretty much towards the end of that, right?
No.
A couple years left.
Let's see here. Wait, he's got.
He signed that deal in what? 2015.
Well, let's see here. Let's look
something?
it up. Let's look it up. J.J. Watt.
It's like he signed that deal and he started getting hurt
Contracts. I know I'm probably not gonna say right now. So he would have had it all the way to 2022.
Oh, okay.
So at 2022, I mean, you're still looking, man, that 17 million. You know what I mean? That's big money, man.
Yeah.
And I think that because it was back in 2014, it was a $108 million contract, man. That's big for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Now, I guess. Well, let me first say before I throw out what I think he may do, because I don't want to say I'm going to speak for JJ because I don't. Green Bay, they got Green Bay on here. Green Bay is like, it makes sense, but defensively, that's not Green Bay's issue for a change. It's the chemistry on offense between Rodgers, LaFleur, and getting more weapons.
Yeah, I think they're going to go after wide receivers. Really, I think they're going to get because
they need playmakers with Rodgers and Devontae.
Don't get me wrong. Devontae Adams is a great wide receiver, but if you're the only good wide receiver out there, I'm just going to double cover you the entire game.
Yeah,
I don't give a crap because I can sit there and pull other players to guard so wide receivers, and they're going to lose. What was it? Their running back Jones.
And again, back to Green Bay's defense. I mean, outside of Kevin King getting toasted a couple of plays against Tampa Bay, their defense played. They got 3 drives in a row. They got turnovers on Tom Brady. So obviously their defense is not the issue.
No,
they played a good game against Tampa Bay.
Do you think? Here's a crazy curveball for you. Do you think that maybe it's Rodgers that is the issue?
Yes.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy, to think about it. Because, he won the MVP and stuff, but what if it wasn't him? And then, he had to take over during that game. And, well, then again, it was Devin White, man. Dude, I don't know how you could throw directly to a linebacker.
No. That defense got you 3. 1, 2, 3 interceptions on 3 drives in a row. If you are the MVP, you need to go get some points on at least one of those. The outcome of the game will change. And if it's 4th down, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you better tell your coach, send that fucking field goal kicker back to the sideline. I got this. No, we're not going for it and giving the ball to Tom Brady.
And I've said it before, dude. Aaron Rodgers has always been a drama queen. He always has been. He's a locker room diva, and I think that's kind of the.
He's a quarterback that acts like a wide receiver.
Yeah, well, dude, to be honest, man, it's kind of like the whole Ben Roethlisberger thing in Pittsburgh, where he lost his 2 best players because he was just being a dickhead to him.
Being a douche.
And I think that we get to the end of the day, I think that's the biggest thing, man. We really have to look at, is it really, this player or this player, because I think the coach is a good coach. Maybe he may have called the wrong play 1 or 2 times.
I think he called the game scared.
Yeah, it could have been.
Clearly called the game scared.
Well, you're going against the GOAT. Wouldn't you call it scared?
No.
Young?
I'm calling it aggressive. I'm like, nope, I'm beating Tom Brady. Fuck the noise.
You're trying to keep the ball away from him, though. That's the big thing. Because,
But look, if you don't convert, now he has to drive the field.
Yeah. But
if you get a 3 and out down there, or even if they get a 1st down, they still got a whole lot of field
to cover.
So they're going to start I mean, you kick it off to them, they're gonna start pretty much where you were anyway. So
Yeah.
you might as well fucking go for it. Shit.
Unless you do like this crazy onside, but I doubt that they would have done that.
No one's gonna be like Atlanta against the Cowboys and just look at it, dumbasses. But
poor Atlanta this year, man. They
suck, bro. They have not recovered at all. They kept giving up leads. It's hard, man. If you're an Atlanta fan, I know it's hard for you. We're gonna pray for you.
Could you imagine being Matt Ryan right now? Because
he's on the trading block.
But nobody's lost faith in him. That's the crazy thing. Nobody's lost faith. The dude had a 2 and 14 last year.
Never had faith in Matt Ryan. No disrespect.
I think what it was with Matt Ryan, man, is he can be a very reliable quarterback and he has good stats.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, he's not a good decision maker.
No, he's not. So
I like how we sit here talking about the fucking coaches and GMs and former players.
Somebody's probably like, stupid dickheads. You don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, we do. Here's my thing with JJ. I don't speak for JJ. I'm not his publicist. I'm not his representative. I am not JJ Watt himself. I am not a 6'5", 275-pound, good-looking white man. I am a 5'8", 205-pound black man.
He sounds like that's a small guy.
Much smaller than JJ, okay? I'm strong, but I'm much smaller.
Dude, he bench press you.
Bro, what the fuck? Yeah. I mean,
you know who he kind of reminds me of? Carson.
He was shoulder press.
Remember Carson?
He looks like him.
Yeah, dude does.
He got the head shape. Look at the head structure.
They're fucking meatheads, man.
Meatheads.
that guy's gonna come and beat me up now.
He's fucking muscly. Hell no, just rustle his ass to the ground, bro. He ain't got no technique. Alright, we sidetracking, y'all. That's the best part of this thing. We sidetrack. Because we right next to each other, y'all. So, it's the best thing. If I'm JJ Watt, hypothetically, let's put that out there for somebody who thinks I'm speaking for him, which I'm not. Because I'm just a couple hours from JJ in Texas. I don't need him to come hunt me down. If I'm JJ Watt, my mindset is I want to go play for winner. I'm willing to take a small pay cut. I've made my money. At this point, am I playing for money or am I playing for a championship? If I'm playing for a championship, I'm going to Kansas City or Tampa Bay. Them are the only two teams I'm looking at. Because when you look at the field, them are the only teams that matter. Now, outside of those two teams, I agree with Buffalo. I don't agree with Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, yes, I take him over Carson Wentz. But that ain't saying much. Shit. Only other team I see JJ going to where he can get in a rotation, make an impact, and they possibly win is Baltimore. That's it. Other than that, I'm going to Tampa Bay or I'm going to Kansas City. So, you got to ask yourself, if you're JJ Watt, I want y'all to put yourself in his massive, mighty shoes right now. If you're JJ Watt, you're a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Even though
Walter Payton Manning of the Year.
Walter Payton Man of the Year. Done great things in the community. I mean, you're football. Your family is now football's first family. Not the Mannings anymore. It's the Watts. Because it's 3 of y'all in the league.
Yeah, but they're the defensive side of it.
Well, yeah, except Derek.
Yeah.
But I mean,
because he's too small.
He might as well convert to tight end still. But
he's 5'8". He couldn't be a tight end.
Is he that short?
Yeah, he's 5'8". Oh. He only weighs like 200 pounds too, so there's no way.
No, he ain't that. He can't be that small, bro. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold on. No.
But I just seen him, dude.
You're not gonna give me his size? Come on now. Oh my God, you see that picture? He's 6'2".
Oh, you 6'2"? Oh, I thought he was 5'8".
He just looks shorter, good next to JJ. He's 234, so if he drop a couple of pounds, he could be a running back.
He's running back.
Yeah.
Well, it says fullback, but they've got him listed as running
back. Well,
back.
if he was playing in the 90s, he could be a tight end.
Yeah,
because at this size, he's bigger than Shannon Sharp, and Shannon Sharp's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, that's like Rob Gronkowski. Why he was always hurt, man. He was just too big.
Yeah. Look at this picture. JJ makes him look 5'8" here.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, he looks short here.
Yeah, he looks short.
He looks short there.
Dude, he's like a whole head foot shorter than his brother.
Bro, TJ looks like he's always mad, even when he's smiling. He looks like he's just pissed.
Hey, man, maybe that's the mindset that he always whoops people's asses, man.
Derek looks like he's the nice one. JJ looks like he's like the cool hand Luke of the family.
No, dude, that was Mr. Popular, dude. You can tell.
JJ was Mr. Popular.
Dude, that's what it is. TJ had to sit in the shadow.
Yeah, TJ was the aggressive little brother, and then you just got Derek, who's like, hey, I got like
the happy middle brother.
I got 5 kids. I'm happy. Looking ass. But
so I got something for you, man. This is something that I just found out. So, Baltimore Ravens need a pass rusher.
Yep, and look at their cap space.
$27.3 million. So they are technically a contender.
Why are they not on the list? Why am I doing this job better than the reporters? Because I wanted to go to school for journalism, but I didn't.
So I think maybe that would be a very interesting. But I think it's because they lost most of their defensive line now this season.
They still got Calais Campbell. He has the middle. You got Derek Wolfe is still there, right? On the other side?
I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention.
I don't know if he's still there. Yeah.
Let's see here. Ravens roster.
Toaster.
Okay, so
Wolf may be gone now. I don't know.
So we're looking.
Because I know sometimes they'll put Campbell on the edge.
Yeah. So they got Queen, McPhee, and Harrison. See, with these guys, with having 2 rookie linebackers, I think having a man like J.J. Watt, that could be a mentor.
That'll help him.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. Inside linebacker, you got Welch and Alaka.
No, fuck that is.
Don't know who that is.
I have no idea.
But they're both.
Usually I know.
You know what? I think what it is, dude. These are both young players. I wonder if they didn't even touch the field. So.
Hold on. Yeah.
You got Washington, Matabuki. Bukaki.
Okay, they still got Wolf.
Ellis.
Now Wolf is aging up there. But
Crawford.
You got Wolf, Calais Campbell, J.J. Watt. That is a good line. Now, granted, Calais Campbell is old now. He's about to be 35 soon.
Well, he's 34, but I mean, J.J. Watt's 32.
But at their position, constant collision, constantly engaging in.
Yeah, but they never really had those injuries though. So I mean,
JJ
did.
JJ.
But that's why I think that's why he fits better in Buffalo, because he can be a rotational player, but be the leader on the field.
Same with Tampa Bay. He can be JPP and Shaq. Yeah, if they keep Shaq Barrett.
I feel. Do you know what the problem is though? I feel like Tampa Bay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna have the Brady factor.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might not be that. You know what I mean? Like maybe he doesn't want to go play in Florida in a dome. What if he wanted to always go play in cold weather like Wisconsin, where he's from?
Yeah, and they've been saying it. But here's the thing too. Like if he waits too long, a team that's a contender may have to pass, because they may have to go get something that now they need rather than wait for him, and they lose out on a player they need because they're waiting for J.J. Watt, and he might not even go there. So if Watt wants to go to a good team, he needs to hurry up and make his decision.
Yeah,
which I think he'll make by next week.
No, I'll tell you right now. I bet you we'll hear something
next couple of days, maybe by.
I would be
maybe by Friday.
I would say
comes out.
I'd say maybe Friday night, early Monday morning.
Yeah. Because
most deals with when you talk about big deals like this or big free agent acquisitions and stuff like that, somehow they always usually land on a Friday.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? It's just the weirdest shit ever. Like,
I'm sure he's really thinking it, but I don't understand why Kansas City and Tampa Bay are not. I mean, if we're just looking at cap, I don't speak for J.J. Watt, but he doesn't come off as a guy who wants to go and get a super big contract. He just comes off as a guy who just wants to just go play for the love of the game. But again, I don't know J.J. Watt, so I can't speak
Chiefs are $23 million over the cap right now. So that takes them out. So I don't think that's probably why.
Look at the Steelers; they're over cap too.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Look, well, the Eagles
the
are.
Packers are.
Eagles. Well, they had to eat that negative. Fucking,
yeah.
So I wonder what's going to happen there. Then you have you look at The Saints are a no go. That's
a no go.
Dude, what happens if you come in over the cap?
Bro, you gotta go into the luxury tax or some shit. I don't know. It's like
let's see that.
It's like the luxury tax. I'm not an accountant.
Yeah. Let's see it. What happens if you go over?
I think it's something to do with like the luxury tax. I try to stay out of the number crunching shit.
Hard floor penalties. So you get a fine, but
because it's a hard cap.
Crap. You can get up to a fine of $5 million for each violation. So if you have several contracts over the cap, you get you
hard cap league.
$5 million per. So like, let's say you had 4 players or 5 players, man, that's $25 million.
I ask you this question: to you what you were talking about earlier during the day? Should the NFL get away from the cap? Should it be a no cap league?
I personally believe that. I think that would only help the player, and I feel like it would put a lot of teams in a lot of better positions, and I think we'd get a lot of old school football play. Because remember, the cap was enforced in '94.
Yeah.
And that's when you had like the dominating Bills and the freaking Stampede Cowboys.
Reggie White was pretty much the guy who ushered in free agency and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he left Philly to go to Green Bay, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, what?" And granted, he was around the age J.J. Watt is now, but like you said, back in the day, people didn't change teams like that.
Yeah, they just got signed better.
Yeah, when you got guys like Reggie White, and then Dion went from Atlanta to San Francisco to Dallas.
But that's prime time though. We can't use prime time, dude. Prime time was just going wherever he wanted to go.
He's the greatest cornerback of all time.
Yeah, dude, he was just going wherever he wanted to go. I think that's the major thing.
He was a game changer, just like Reggie White was. The game changers. Now J.J. Watt, if he gets healthy, can he be the game changer again?
Well, see, I think, dude, if you take him and put him into a rotational, or like I said earlier, when we were discussing it when we first talked about it, I think that he could be that player that comes out of like Bruce, and where he came back with a vengeance. Buffalo couldn't sign him because they were under cap, and he went to Washington and he fucking held the record in his hands. 200 overall career sacks. I mean, could you imagine that? And then now that we're talking about that too, J.J. Watt, look at him. I mean, he's over 100 sacks, career sacks. I mean, he's 32. Do you think that he could get close to that record?
No.
I don't think so either.
His body has basically told him a big F you. I think what J.J. Watt can bring to the team, if he can get you anywhere from 9 to 12 sacks and you're a contender, I think J.J. Watt helps you. I think you get what you pay for.
I think he'd get in the ballpark of 5 to 10 in the season. I think then he'd probably get maybe a handful throughout the postseason.
Yeah,
and maybe one major sack.
He didn't have much postseason experience. He's been playing in Houston.
He's got 8 playoff games. Let's
yeah. How many of those have they won?
Well, okay. Well, let's look. So they won 1, 2, 3. So it looks like they won against Cincinnati.
Look at this one. This one they lost 30-0. So shit.
That's against Kansas, man. Let them be under the Alex Smith. See, this is what I was talking about with the whole Alex Smith.
Yeah,
the team was already built pre-Mahomes.
Yeah, they were.
So Mahomes just was able to slide right in.
But the thing with him, Mahomes pushes the ball downfield. So now Tyreek is more of a threat.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, if I were, that's like saying you get to build a franchise and you get to pick the freaking top players in the positions that they are, and now you just get to run away with it. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is at the end of the day. And I think that he went to the right and proper team because Andy Reid developed him. Oh, here's a funny thing. So in 2011 and 2012, they beat Cincinnati in both of them in the postseason.
It's Cincinnati.
Yeah, but no, it's just an interesting. It's just an interesting fact.
Look at their wins. They got Cincinnati, Buffalo.
Shh. We don't talk about that game. We don't talk about that game. That game, they should have that when he was trying to when.
Let's talk about last year when they were up 24-0 at half and they lost 31-51. I watched that game. I fell asleep during that game. And I woke up. The Chiefs were winning in that game. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Oh, dude, I think it's Deshaun Watson, man. He's one of those players. If he gets in his head that he's losing, he's losing. I don't care. I don't care how good he is. He's got good stats, but never looked at those big, high-profile games.
Mm-hmm.
He always seems to check out.
But he is in Houston. I would check out too if I'm in that organization. It's not even 20 years old.
Well, I think over the past few years, yeah,
they've been bad. They've been better, but yeah.
You know, that's another dude. That's probably our next week's podcast about freaking good old the GM of the Texans and GM head. How would you hire a head coach and GM? Like that's like
we can definitely talk about that next.
Well, you know what? We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about fucking Jerry Jones too, because he needs to get his ass out. He needs to sell his Cowboys, man.
I'll talk all day about Jerry Jones. Come on now, don't get me started.
I know. We just need to get him off the fucking.
You gotta get rid of
off
him.
the team.
Who knows what? Who knows? There's gonna be some more news next week. It's off season. We're ramping up. I mean, we're about to start hearing draft news.
So, what do you think about the draft? Who do you think's gonna be? So, obviously,
Trevor Lawrence
is gonna be the number one.
Now they're saying that quarterback Trey Lance may get taken ahead of Justin Fields, which I'm like,
who is Trey Lance?
He went to the same school Carson Wentz went to. So basically, I don't know if he came in right after Wentz left. I've seen a couple of highlights on him. They say he's like Lamar Jackson-esque. No, he is nowhere near what Lamar Jackson was at Louisville. So, but look, he's a big dude, big man.
Yeah,
dude, he's born in 2000. That makes me feel old. He's born in 2000. Shit.
Well, you know, I mean, I think honestly, man, we if we're gonna sit down and talk about it, man, I think that Trevor Lawrence, I'm not sold on him, man.
Did you see his pro day stuff?
Yeah, but everybody can make themselves look amazing when there's nobody coming after you.
No pads, no pressure.
You know, that's like Tua. You know, Tua. You know, they were talking about how he was gonna be number one overall draft pick, and then went to the Dolphins. He's a great, accurate quarterback, but I feel like he's gonna fall into the same things of Tyrod Taylor, where
you compared him to Tyrod Taylor.
Well, Tyrod Taylor was a good, accurate passer, and he never forced the ball.
He's a great game manager.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's going to be.
Yeah, Tyrod never did take a risky throw. I give him that.
You know, and I think that's going to be Tua, where he never got over that step. I mean, look at Fitzpatrick, man. That dude was just sling the ball. He don't give a shit who's downfield.
Fitz magic. Oh,
so I think that's because they're going to lose Fitz this year. I personally believe.
You know what? While we're talking about the draft, let me look at the mock draft. Because
dude, there's a lot of players that I'm like, I have no idea who half these guys are. It just hasn't been talked about this year.
Well, and you know what? This was one of the seasons where I did not keep up with college football because of everything going on with COVID, and like a game would be on, I'm like, oh shit, it's a game on. You know, okay. So they got Lawrence going for one, Zach Wilson.
So we got let's talk about the teams they go to.
Jacksonville.
Well, Urban Meyer is going to be there, so I wonder if that's gonna be a thing.
Look, man. It says Urban Meyer was very involved in his pro day. It would be a surprise. Yeah, it would be a surprise if they didn't pick him.
Okay.
Zach Wilson. Are we giving up on Sam Darnold already? We haven't even put a team around Sam Darnold to see if he's even any good.
Yeah, well, and you know that's the big thing, man. That's going to be something that Robert Saleh is going to have to sit there and actually think about.
Bro, why is they got him going number 2? If his position rank is 3.
Just flip Sam Darnold for some additional picks to continue their rebuild. Yeah, I really don't know. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Do they make Sam Darnold back up?
Now, see, this is another one. If I was Dolphins, dude, I would pick a quarterback, a high, because here's the thing, dude. They're good enough. I don't think they'll be in the top 10 in the next decade.
Think so?
I don't think they're going to be a top 10.
Well,
I just don't. That's what.
Sewell, he's a lineman. He went to Oregon. You know, Oregon's offense, they're very high powered, flying around the place and shit. It may help for Tua. Don't know. Justin Fields is projected to go to Atlanta. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's ooh.
See, I don't mind that. He can sit behind Matt Ryan for a couple years. It works. Julio's a year. Julio's getting up there in age, so he can develop chemistry with Calvin Ridley and whoever fuck else is over there. Kyle Pitts, no idea who he is. Caleb Farley, no idea. Jamar Chase, he set out this year. He wanted to set out to train for the draft. He was on that LSU team where they were just killing everybody.
Under Joe Burrow?
Yeah, I thought they had Devontae Smith originally hired. Now,
maybe something happened to him. Maybe a surgery.
Where is Devontae Smith? Oh, God damn, how far down we gotta go to see him?
Well, remember,
17.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know about Las Vegas.
I don't
Las
think the
Vegas
Raiders
kills rookie wide receivers.
I don't think they would draft 2 Alabama receivers back to back either. I do not.
No, I mean, I think they had a home run, but
if Jalen Waddle goes to New England, who's gonna throw him the goddamn ball? Who's throwing him the ball?
Bill Belichick.
Pretty much.
Right off the sideline.
Right. Trey Lance to Carolina. I can see that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could see that. It would be so Detroit to draft another wide receiver in the first round. That is so Detroit.
Dude, yeah.
But it gives Jared Goff somebody to throw the ball to.
If he isn't running away. Jesus, dude, that line is a big sieve.
Michael Parsons.
Nope. I don't even know who that is. He's from Penn State. I don't know.
Patrick Surtain, yes. Dallas, we need another defensive back. With him, that's 2 Alabama corners back to back. It's crazy because I remember watching his dad play for Miami in the early 2000s. His dad was a good corner. So having him and Diggs, yeah, that's good, but we still need safeties. We have no safeties. I don't know what DeMarcus Lawrence is doing. We paid him to
fall asleep on the roster, man.
I guess so.
He's falling asleep on the field. That's what he does.
He ain't doing shit out there. And our linebackers, Wolf Hunter keeps getting hurt.
Well, maybe the defense will be different under the new defensive coach because remember your defensive coordinator got fired.
You know what? And it sounds crazy. Jalen Smith can be a linebacker like Devin White, and I say that only on athletic ability. Jalen Smith can move, man.
Who's the guy with crazy hair and long hair?
Which one?
Van Noy. He's got the crazy name. He's on the Cowboys.
Oh, Van Der Esch. Yeah, that's Wolf Hunter. Yeah, that's Wolf Hunter. Keeps getting hurt. Hopefully Sean Lee will retire and start coaching. Gregory
Rosier.
Rosier?
Dude, we're going to be screwed just on our freaking pronunciation.
Golly, man.
Rashawn Slater.
Don't know who you is.
Offensive line.
Christian
Derishaw.
Don't know who you are. Quiddy Pay. I don't know who he is.
Dude, defensive lineman. Dude, I tell you like that'd be a fun name to say. Quiddy Pay.
First of all, he went to Michigan, so you better not draft his ass. Michigan players do not develop well in the NFL unless your name is Charles Woodson.
Or Tom Brady.
Or Tom Brady, yeah. Jalen Waddle. Oh, so basically, offensively, Jalen Waddle. Okay. Elijah Vera Tucker.
Offensive lineman.
He went to USC.
I was thinking about it too. The Cardinals need a pass rusher. Think about if J.J. Watt, and they have the cap space too, but I just don't think that they're a well enough team for him.
You think they're a contender though? I mean, Kyler Murray.
Maybe it's that piece away. Maybe it's
you never know. Yeah.
Maybe it's like the freaking Bills with Dix this offseason. It was that one piece.
Yeah, he could. Because this will be Kyler's 3rd season coming in, and now he's going to have a full offseason with DeAndre Hopkins. Wow.
Dude, could you imagine having that team?
Yeah. And he'll be back with DeAndre Hopkins. So Devontae Smith.
And Fitzgerald, right?
Yeah. Fitz is coming. I don't think John Gruden is drafting Devontae Smith. Dolphins got 2 first round?
Yeah.
Damn.
So the first one was from Houston.
Oh.
I don't remember the whole. Okay. It was for Tunsil, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Which he hasn't done anything.
He done shit. Is he still... J.C. Horn. Okay, I know who J.C. Horn is. He's a good corner. It will work in Washington because you already got
he's
good
kind of big for a corner, though.
He's like Jalen Ramsey. He's physical.
Yeah, he's big.
Get you at the line. Chicago, Jalen Mayfield. Don't know who you are, sir.
They need to draft a quarterback right there. I'm sorry, dude. The
Colts may draft an edge rusher. The thing is,
on OE.
Will he be J.J. Watt level caliber?
Well, look at Penn State though. I mean, I mean, I think this is a mess up for Titans. I feel like they need to Azir Ojialara.
Ain't no Azir. Ain't no R in there.
Aziz. Azizi.
Moving on.
Jalen Phillips.
Oh. Tevin Jenkins. Christian Barmore.
Defensive lineman.
Oh,
so they got a second? Where did they get that? Oh, from the Rams. How the fuck? Who is in charge of the Rams freaking front office?
I don't know, bro.
I don't even know.
And where did that pick? Oh, for Jalen Ramsey. When they traded for Ramsey.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Okay. Makes sense
man,
now.
they fucked up.
All right.
Dude, you know what? I feel like if you trade any player to the Rams, you get a first-round draft pick instantly. It doesn't matter who it is.
The Rams or the Texans. Cleveland, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's a linebacker from Notre Dame. He's 215. You're not playing linebacker in the NFL at no 2-15.
Maybe we're
you
gonna
better fucking be a strong safety.
Yeah.
You're playing in the box.
We're gonna, you know what? I think once we get the freaking the combine, I think we'll get a little bit different.
Yeah, I can't wait for the combine. Baltimore, 27th pick, Trevon Moehrig. He went to TCU.
He's a safety.
Don't really expect. Who's going to pick up Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas is kind of dude. But dude, he's kind of.
He knows the game.
Yeah, but he just shows for himself, though. I mean, here's the thing: are you gonna pay? Are you gonna pay for experience, or are you gonna pay for him to be on the field, though? That's the big question.
Earl Thomas? Okay, let's say Earl Thomas turned it around. You know what? We'll talk about that next week. I'm gonna say that's for next week. Mac Jones going to New Orleans. Yeah, he's gonna sit on the bench.
You under Tyson Hill?
Yeah, and James. Kadarius Toney. Oh, you really think Green Bay is going to draft a wide receiver in the first round?
No. Wait, hold on. They're going to draft another quarterback. Shit.
Okay, your Buffalo Bills are picking at 30. Joseph Asai. Do you think you guys need a linebacker in the first round? Who you draft? What position are you drafting in the first round?
For me, it depends on if we address the pass. So I'm thinking defensive line, right? Not any other piece. So if that is it your edge rusher that you need, or is it going to be because who knows if Star Lotulelei is going to come back this year? If he does, then we have our interior.
You got your interior, but you still need a pass rush.
Yeah, so I think
that was y'all's issue against Kansas City. You had no pass rush.
Oh, dude, we had no pass rush all season.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even know what was going on. That's why I was thinking maybe Leslie Frazier can just go to another team. You know?
Nick Bolton from Missouri.
I think these picks might be best player available.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see because that's kind of weird that they would draft a linebacker right here.
What if you can't see? What do you really draft though?
Well, I mean,
I would go defense, either linebacker or defensive back.
Well, see, at 31st pick though, remember this is a first round. You're going to go best on board. It doesn't matter. That's kind of like you're not going to be picky at this point.
Yeah. In Tampa Bay, Davion Nixon, Iowa, D tackle.
But look, his prospective rank is 128th, right? So
position rank is
So I mean, why would you?
But he can fit in a rotation with Vita Vea. And Sue, and he's a big body. He's 305.
You know who I think? You know who I think they honestly need to get?
J.J. Watt.
No, I think they need to get. I think they need to get a center.
Really?
Dude, did you see those high snap, dude, in the fucking Super Bowl? The dude fucking threw it over fucking Tom Brady's head.
Yeah, you're right.
Not once, but twice.
I'm sure Tom Brady chewed him a new one and didn't say, "Congratulations, man."
No. What he said you got to go find yourself another team.
Yeah.
You know that's what he said. He said you better go find yourself another team.
Very possible. All right, y'all. Well, we are coming up on an hour. My ass is hurting from this seat, so I got to stand up. I want y'all to give a big round of applause to my man C for one, letting me and my family come stay here while we get our power back, and two, for being the official co-host of the Unfiltered podcast. That's right. He is the
official.
He's the official now host of the fucking Unfiltered podcast. So he'll be here damn near every week now.
Well, I hope all y'all have a great week. For everyone that's in Texas, Please stay warm. I know it's been hell.
Stay off the road.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be next to a hospital, so I'm on the same grid. And, they haven't shut our power off, thankfully. So, yeah, just stay safe out there, everyone.
We will see y'all next week. We got some good stuff coming already. It's already drawing in my head. Hopefully we get some breaking news. But until then, y'all be safe. All glory to God. Peace!